Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's a joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Tupperware filing for bankruptcy, and things are not looking good. Now, this comes to us thanks to CNN Business, which is somehow still in business, oddly enough. Now, specifically, this is Rashmi is right over there saying, quote, "The party is over as Tupperware files for bankruptcy after years of troubles," which maybe they're just a victim of their own success. I can't help but think the last time I bought Tupperware, when was NSYNC played? Well, before the Deadpool movie. Well, in all seriousness, I got a Tupperware set for my parents as like a college gift. And yeah, to this day, I still use it because it's that durable and American-made product. Well, it was back then. Unfortunately, yeah, well, I'm also not the core target demographic for people buying it, but I partially digress. Now, they say, quote, "Tupperware, known the world over for its plastic food storage containers, has filed for bankruptcy after years of falling popularity and financial troubles." President and CEO Lauren Ann Goldman saying, quote, "Over the last several years, the company's financial position has been severely impacted by a challenging macroeconomic environment." A very fancy way of saying we didn't adapt well, the competition was harsh, and it's hard to beat China, as Trump would say, in terms of a price per unit, and the whole economics has shifted, the whole sales cycle. I mean, there was a thing back in the day, and again, if you want to watch the great historical documentaries on the history of Tupperware, but ladies used to throw Tupperware parties, and basically they'd be brand ambassadors, and basically, almost like an MLM back in the day. They sold a lot as well, and this is a huge cultural thing. People love the product, and there's whole parties for that one thing, and that was a big sales methodology for them. In recent years, they went into other mass market retail like Walmart and Target, and that, of course, helped them with the getting large revenue going, but also kind of took away from that homey feel Tupperware used to have. Now, they continue saying, quote, "Chapter 11 bankruptcy allows companies to solve their financial problems by restructuring. This process has meant to provide us with essential flexibility as we pursue strategic alternatives to support our transformation into digital-first, technology-led company," unquote. Which, I didn't mean to laugh at it, but I understand every company's, kind of joking IT, every company's a tech company, they just don't know it yet. Now, in terms of Tupperware, how do they increase their sales by going more digital? Well, sure, they could have, perhaps they would have more individual brand ambassadors these days to help sell their product on the TikTok and the YouTube and all that kind of fancy stuff. Or go to a great free speech platform like Rumble where you don't get shadow banned. That's my preference. But you could certainly increase your sales using those type of methodologies. But again, yeah, let's see. They elaborate saying, quote, "Tupperware has historically sold to consumers only through direct so-called direct sales, most commonly known as Tupperware parties, that started way back in the day. They say the 78-year-old brand empowered women to enter sales business," which, yes, they subsequently kind of shifted over to the mass retail. They also know that they shuttered their only U.S. plant in South Carolina last year, laying off 148 people. So, yeah, their shares dropped 74.5%. Again, none of this is financial advice. It looks like it's at 51 cents per share by the time this video is rendered and uploaded. It'll change because that's what the stock market does. And yeah, I just don't see how they'll be able to make a big recovery from this. Again, they also have hundreds of millions. They have a lot of debt going in there. It looks like Tupperware found a lifeline last year when it got some creditors, reduced its interest payments obligations to 150 million. It also secured 21 million in new financing last year, but yeah, again, the debt was about 348 million dollars, and yeah, it's not looking good for them. Realistically, there's a couple of major companies that own a lot of the brands people know about in the United States in terms of durable products. Well, same with food and other categories as well. But I can't help but think there's a there's high odds that they'll just actually sell off the brand. It'll be liquidated to another company, or maybe the creditors will try to outsource everything to China. I just, but even then, there's so much other competitions, and you also have a lot of major retailers have their own brands that they create themselves. So it's kind of sad to see such an iconic brand and a great product values. I've had the same Tupperware set since college. That was 10 plus years ago, and they still work perfect. maybe a little positive discorrelation from years back, but overall a great durable product. Never had an issue with it, and I mean even have all my lids, so there's something there. But let me know in the comments. When's the last time you actually bought a Tupperware product? Is this something you fondly remember? Something you buy a lot of, or is it kind of like me where you got a set years ago, just really didn't have a compelling reason to buy anymore? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.